Kanye's just jumped the shark.
Kanye has 1,000% jumped the shark. It is.
Sad. It's sad.
It's sad.
It used to be a point we've argued about him over the years, and now it's just like
circles
but
for like hours.
There's just no argument to even be made anymore. That's a sad thing.
It's so Kanye West has gone on Forbes. He went on. Forbes called him or set up an interview where they participated in a 4-hour rambling rant.
I mean, could you imagine 4 hours of anything, let alone the ramblings of a fucking lunatic?
And they said at points during the interview, he would just break out into rap. But I do want to read you the introduction because it is interesting. It says, for much of the phone calls, his core message strategically.
Oh, it was over the phone?
Yeah.
Holy moly.
Was that he has 30 days to make a final decision about running for president. At that point, he says he'd missed filing the deadline for most states, though he believes an argument could be made to get on any ballots he'd missed, citing coronavirus issues. I'm speaking with experts. I'm speaking with Jared Kushner at the White House with Biden, says West. He has no campaign apparatus of any kind. His advisors right now, he says, are the two people who notably endorsed him on the 4th. His wife, Kim Kardashian West, and Elon Musk, of whom he says, we've been talking about this for years. Adds West, I proposed to him he'd be the head of our space program. An hour into the interview, the hedging was done. He says he definitely plans to run in 2020. He says the campaign slogan is yes. His running mate, Michelle Tidball, an obscure preacher from Wyoming. And why the birthday party? Because when we win, it's everybody's birthday.
Corny!
If it all sounds like a parody or a particularly surreal episode of the Keeping Up with the Kardashians, West doesn't seem to be in on it. Calling from his ranch near Cody, Wyoming, where he says that he registered to vote for the first time on Monday, West denies it is a publicity stunt for his upcoming album. I give away my album for free, he says. A week after he ended two separate this is crazy too. A few weeks after he ended two separate text chains with me with the message Trump 2020 and a fist raised high, he insists he's now lost confidence in the president. It looks like one big mess to me, he says. I don't like that I caught wind that he hid in the bunker. West also says that he contracted...
That was the drawing. Like, that was
right, that was it. He said he contracted coronavirus in February, though he maintains that he had nothing to do with his thoughts on running this year. So, like, that's basically it. It says Trump. He says he won't say much more about Trump.
Yeah, I mean, he went on to say he's not going to take a corona vaccine because that's the mark of the beast. That
it's what he's done is
white supremacy. Voting Democrats a sign of white supremacy.
I do think
like you're just saying buzzwords that you like heard on the internet, man.
I think at a time I've obviously argued this. I thought Kanye West was a true original.
Yeah.
I thought he was amazing and crazy in like a creative way, but like in a funny way too. Like I thought he had a great sense of humor about everything.
About it, yeah.
And like my favorite Kanye story of all time is that at his wedding in Paris or wherever it was, in Europe, they got married. Mm-hmm. After they had sent home Rob for being too fat, Kanye came downstairs in his tuxedo and saw a white bar, and he hated it. So in his wedding tux, he's that ready for his wedding. He got a hacksaw, a handsaw, sawed the bar in half, bent it ajar a bit, took 2 2x4s, nailed it to the bar, and he said, as he walked away, he said, has anyone done anything as creatively important as me or as Yeezy this year? Or something along those lines.
He said, anybody who has a problem with this, did you ever put out anything that was as culturally relevant as Jesus was?
Right. And like that's fucking hilarious. That's insane.
Right.
But that's hilarious.
And it's swagger and it's cocky and it's harmless and it's funny.
But now Kanye West is a woman named Betty on Facebook.
Yeah.
Like coronavirus is the mark of the beast.
Yeah.
And fucking what is it? Abortion is white supremacy.
I mean, he turned into anti-vaxxer MAGA guy. It's like there's plenty of you, bro.
Right. You are the exact opposite of an original. There's nothing unique. There's nothing fun. There's nothing creative about you anymore.
Yeah.
You're just a fucking repeat of 1,000 white women we've seen in a black guy's body.
Right.
That's not creative or original.
I saw a clip of him the other day from 2007, and I think it was at like Live Aid or one of those charity festivals, and it was him, John Mayer, and Sting were playing together. And I can't remember which song he played, but John Mayer's like shredded. It was crazy because I think John Mayer's like a megastar, and John Mayer was like a part of the band. He was like over there, and this is like the Sting and Kanye show, and it was more so like the Kanye show. So we had like major stars on stage, and it was the Kanye show. And he's doing his song, and Sting's like freestyling with the guitar, and he starts to freestyle, and he's like, "Sting, you're the only police who's good in the hood." And it was like this, put your hands in the air, and I was like, I know it's so cliche to say like old Kanye is great, but it's just like. it went from like old Kanye music to like old Kanye, like your personality stinks now.
Right,
You know what I
right,
mean?
right, right.
That's even worse. If you change your style musically, whatever. I don't like it anymore, but some people do. When you change your personality and like change like who you are, and you do these things that feel so transparent and fake and contrived, it's like, well, that undoes like everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That makes all of it seem like it was an act or whatever, you know? But
There's-
it's like, and I mean, and like, it's the birthday party.
The birthday party. Are you fucking
For a
kidding me?
guy who's supposed to be a rapper and a wordsmith and
And
a
don't get me
creator,
wrong, we're not like tricked into thinking he's actually doing this.
No, but the fact
like
that
this
that's
is a
even
lame
his-
publicity
Yeah,
stunt. It's not
right,
a creative,
okay, like,
fun
fine.
publicity stunt.
Do a publicity
Like,
stunt. Do it well though.
This is a publicity stunt that's already like, again, you used to be the creative. You used to be the guy who had foresight and all that stuff. And like this is a publicity stunt that was tried just last campaign. The
Every
guy
time.
happened to fucking win. But even he's pissed about that. But like Kanye did,
Yeah,
like,
there's been
they
plenty.
just did this.
Remember Larry Flint used to be on the ballot, and fucking Joe Exotic was at debates. Like, you're not the first guy to think of running for president as a publicity stunt. Come up with the next thing.
Right.
Do the next crazy thing. And instead,
And
it's
like
just
even like
eh.
the president thing was fun for a little while until someone won it, and it's like, well, that one's not fun anymore.
Yeah, now it's a
So,
problem. Yeah, so don't even like, you know, and then
You just stink at it.
he's like, I don't care if I take away votes from Trump.
Said he wants to turn fucking Washington D.C. into Wakanda. Like that was he was like, I'm gonna use like Wakanda as a guide. Like, well, that's a comic book.
Yeah,
bro.
it's not real.
Like that.
It's a fucking magical, technologically advanced city from the future. So not happening, man. You dumb asshole. So we're off Kanye West and we're on to Am I the Asshole? Let's get right into it because